What's going on, beautiful people? It's your real estate go-to, Deontay. Here, as always, with another reaction video where guys, we take a look at what industry professionals and thought leaders are saying about the market and how it relates to us here in Orlando and Central Florida. Okay, so we're taking a look at CNBC and one of the reasons why we have low inventory. I've been talking about that for a number of videos, but one of the reasons is, as you see, past owners' interest rates. So we're gonna see what they have to say about it, how it's relating to Orlando, and go from there. But before we start, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the video, people. Okay? So let's get it going.
Real estate investor Tom Shapiro of GTIS Partners. Tom, great to have you on the show. Home builders have been kind of leading the charge recently in terms of trying to fill the void with single family.
What have I been telling you guys? I know we paused this very early, but I've been saying with the lack of inventory, especially with resale homes, new construction is a phenomenal solution to that. In addition to that, they're offering closing cost help. They're offering lower rates. They're offering upgrades. Okay, so I've been saying that for forever. So I just get excited when you guys actually see on stuff like CNBC that they actually reiterate the things that I'm saying, and it's not just like out of the top of my head. You guys know it's like official. So
Home inventory. When you hear numbers like that from Lennar, I wonder what you think about the state of housing, given the fact that we have had the Fed, yes, pausing today, but we've had this huge tightening cycle up until today.
Yeah, it is somewhat of a surprise, but let me take you through first what our numbers look like and then why we're seeing this phenomenon. Because intuitively, you'd think, given interest rates are at 7% for a 30-year mortgage, you'd assume that housing would be selling off at this point. But if I look back pre-COVID, if per community per month, we were selling about 4 houses. During COVID, it spiked up to 6 as people needed shelter and were looking for homes. And then it dropped precipitously to about 3 last year. So that's where sort of in the doldrums. Today, it's 6.75 houses per community per month. So we are seeing a huge surge as well. And why is that? I think there are 2 main reasons why that's happening. One, there's just no supply. And that is because if you finance your home.
That's been, I feel like, the underlying tone of these videos for the past month. Just the lack of inventory.
With a 2.5% or 3% mortgage, you are now trapped in that home. You're not selling that home and swapping it for a 7% mortgage. The other part, I think, is really that home builders are buying home mortgages down to 6% and below. And I think that's sort of a magic number for the consumers, getting it down to 6%. So one thing you have to factor in when we talk about home prices is what are the concessions that the home builders are giving to buy down mortgages.
What did I say?
To 6% and below. One statistic I think is really interesting is that historically, about 13% of overall sales are new homes. Today, it's 30%.
Wow.
And again, that's got a lot to do with the fact that there's just no supply in these markets. There's nothing available. And as Stuart mentioned, that we've been undersupplied for a long period of time now.
Okay, so what does that mean for you in terms of real estate investing in the housing market? I mean, we know rentals have been red hot. The home builders, the publicly traded home builders, they're all up double-digit percentages this year. Where would you be putting money to work?
Yeah, so we like the home building sector a lot, and we've been heavily investing in it. A lot of what we've been doing is more on the credit side, but we also have been investing equity in home building communities. We're seeing, and what's really shocking is our entry-level home building. We have a venture with a group called Casa Fresca. They've been doing incredibly well, and you'd assume that the entry-level home builder would be the most price sensitive, but they've been extremely strong. We've had very strong sales, so we've been continuing to invest across our home building portfolio.
Yeah, this home, I foresee this the next 8 to 9 months. That's the way, especially your new homeowners, to get in a home is definitely new construction. That's my opinion on it, for sure.
Outside of housing, we really like the industrial sector as we've continued to see a lot of demand as there's more and more onshoring that's happening. You can't just have just-in-time delivery of inventory anymore, as you need to make sure you have enough stuff in your warehouse in order to supply things. So we're seeing.
I hear you, Tom, but it seems to me like we're in a unique situation, especially when it comes to new homes. Employment is uncommonly high. As you mentioned, existing home inventory is uncommonly low. We've had this rapid move higher in interest rates that gives home builders this opportunity to provide an incentive and raise their share of the home sale market to 30%. When that ticks down, isn't that going to hurt a lot of home builder stocks?
For sure. But don't forget about the demographics. You have 1.2 million households being formed every year right now. Now, of course, we go into a deep recession and that may change, but we still have we need shelters for people.
Yeah,
and it is, and I'll give one to your side, which is it's $1,000 more now to own a home than to rent a home. But I think post-COVID, and the fact too that people don't necessarily need to live in the cities because there's a lot of work from home, and the millennials now are getting to their late 30s. That's 86.5 million people. They are more and more, want to be in homes, whether they rent them or own them. That's a different story. But they're making a lifestyle decision to be in a home. So there's still a massive demand, no matter how you look at it.
That's a good point.
People need to live somewhere. It's not like office where you don't have to have office space.
That was good. He had some good points on there as well. And like I've been saying, guys, at least in the moment, it's if you are looking to get into a home, the new construction is an absolute way to go. Now, in the Central Florida area, you're not going to be able to be in Orlando, but you can get to St. Cloud, you can get to Kissimmee, you can get to Deltona, DeBerry, Ocala, even if you want to. So you're going to be slightly out there, but with the incentives, the interest rate buy downs, it's a good deal to get in before, let's say the rates go down to 3%. We're back into a frenzy. So you guys have any questions in regards to purchasing a home, getting into new construction, my contact information's in the description below. Don't hesitate to shoot me a direct message, shoot me a text, give me a call. You know I'm here for you. And always remember, in real estate, there are only two people that can get you exactly what you want, okay? That's D and you. Talk soon, guys.